So, John Monroe, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Jeff. And how about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good.
So, for those that don't know John, we go back a bit, and John is a business development advisor with Violand Management Associates. John, how's the weather down in the Carolinas?
Fantastic, Jeff. We've got beautiful, sunny, 80-degree weather down here. It's still beach weather. You can go down and sit out on the beach, and looking forward to continuing that for a couple more weeks or at least another month. So, yeah, looking good.
If you get tired of that nice weather, come up to Ohio because it's about to change for us. We've had our fireplace on already, so
Uh,
we must.
I'm sorry.
Well, John, let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us about your very important assignment with VMA. How did you get there?
How did I get here? That's a great
Minute or
question.
less.
In a minute or less. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you how I got here. I got here through Jeff Jones, believe it or not. And Jeff and I actually, a lot of people are not aware of this, but I gave Jeff his first job straight out of college. Graduate of Toledo University, and I hired Jeff with Shaw Industries, and he was I was his boss. So Jeff turned the tables on me. I guess now I'm working for him, kind of. But yeah, no. So Jeff called me up 5 years ago. Matter of fact, almost a little over 5 years ago, and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm living the dream." And he says, "Great. How about coming to work for us?" And so the rest is history.
Yeah, I interviewed Jeff a while back. I think he thinks he owns the company, but that's okay. That's
He does, he does. He actually does.
well. Listen, let's talk. Let's give some business advice to our audience today.
Okay.
Since you have clients that you take care of, we'll pick at your brain a little bit. One thing you
Okay.
do for us is you write for Clean Facts, so we appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there's a couple articles on our website in the magazine. One of them caught my eye. It's the 4 sales management strategies for a post-COVID-19 world. That's a mouthful, and we all look forward to post-COVID, getting past this. And in that article, you talk about how face-to-face selling will change. What are
Mhm.
your thoughts on that? What should business owners and managers and marketing folks or the salespeople think about when they are strategizing for coming months or maybe after COVID?
Yeah, that's a Jeff. I'm preaching this a lot right now with the salespeople. Is that we've just kind of begun. A lot of the states are beginning to come out of COVID and beginning to open up more and more. And some of us are slower than others. But I keep saying to the sales reps, don't abandon what we learned during the COVID period. Okay, because there were a lot of good tools and a lot of great ideas. And I honestly, Jeff, I think COVID made salespeople better. And I think they got better at being on social media. I think they got better at talking over on the phone. I think they got better at doing these types of Zoom meetings. I think they got better at virtual marketing. And so what I'm saying to salespeople is don't think that we're going to go back to live. Everything's going to be back to normal and you're going to be knocking on 10, 12, 15 doors a day and walking in and seeing people, because I don't think that's coming back as soon as we think it is.
You messed up. You said Loom. You meant Zoom.
I didn't mean Zoom.
But what about Loom? How will that talk about Loom?
Yeah, so great. So Loom Video, virtual marketing is what it is, and Loom is, and I won't just talk about Loom. There's actually a couple of them out there. I'll give them all credit. Loom Video, Vidyard, and Cloud App are three that I'm very familiar with, and clients are using. They all three do the exact same thing, and what it allows you to do is make a video presentation to a client or a potential client about a product or a service that you're offering, and you're recording this, and you're talking to your client through the computer. You record, you can show them your screen in the background, and then record this. You want to keep it to under about 2.5 minutes. And then you can save it and send them a link in an email, or you can embed it in your LinkedIn messaging system or Facebook Messenger or wherever, and you can send it to your client and introduce them to a new idea.
That's a great idea, thinking about how things will be different once this pandemic is over. Now, is that working for other companies? These Loom videos or similar sales pitches?
They are. It's funny you asked that, Jeff. I was doing some research just recently, and there's a company out there that Forrester Marketing that did some research, and they found an insurance agency or an insurance company that started using Loom Video to actually they were using Vidyard. Let me give Vidyard credit because that's where I found the information. Vidyard, and they found that by embedding a personal Vidyard marketing tool in the email to the individual, and it was personal to that customer, they found a 12% higher renewal rate than those customers that received just an email. So yeah, it is working. It is a valuable tool. And I think it's one that the sales reps need to really start embracing as we go into 2021.
Yeah, sounds cool. Another article you wrote was, "Are you running in the right direction?" So I guess, what is that direction, John? Tell us about that.
Yeah, the right direction is don't I finish in the article. I say don't go backwards. Don't go back to the way you were doing business pre March 13th. Okay, that's the day that the world shut down and we were told to shelter in place. And I'm telling sales reps, don't go back to pre March 13th. You need to stay with what you learned in those 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks maybe that you were shelter in place. You picked up some great selling ideas, some great selling tools. Continue to use those. I honestly, Jeff, I think that the salesperson of the future, the 21st century salesperson, has got to learn to be able to work from home and also go out and make live sales calls. I think they need to learn how to balance their calendar, their schedule, and they need to learn how to continue to be on LinkedIn. I think that's a big, strong selling point for any salesperson. And you've got to be on LinkedIn. It's changed. It's not a place to put your resume anymore. It's a place to do business. And I think you need to be in the social media market. I also think you need to be doing video marketing. I think you really need to learn how to send emails and get people's attention without talking to them face to face.
Hmm. Well, this idea of the video sales pitch or whatever you want to call it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess
Hey,
sometime test it out on me.
say that again.
Send me one and test it out on me.
Okay, I will. Absolutely, for sure.
All right, John. Well, it's great catching up with you, and we'll let you get back to coaching some clients today.
Super. Thank you,
All
Jeff.
right.
I appreciate your time. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
You bet. Have a good day.